I'll be that again. Yeah. Top 5 best smelling fragrances for life. It's honestly another really hard quest to do, but hey, I did it. What is going on, guys, and welcome again to another video. Yes, I've been tagged twice in a month and I do like it. Mr. Solano tagged me. Thank you very much, sir, for that. I'm gonna put links to his channel down below. Please go check him out. To that trendy tag going on nowadays in the Fragcom, best 5 smelling fragrances in your collection. And I do have 5 fragrances here for you guys. To be honest here, these tag videos are getting harder and harder. To find the best 5 smelling fragrances in my collection, it wasn't easy. But I'm pretty sure the 5 fragrances I chose today, probably if you ask me the same question next month, it'll be like another 5 fragrances, honestly. What I'm trying to say is the fragrances that I gravitate to changes from time to time. There's some staples on my collection, but to be honest here, I'm very moody personally. So whatever is the best fragrance to my nose today, it might differ tomorrow, literally. And when I really wanted to pick up these 5 best smelling fragrances for this video, these 5 fragrances actually what really stood up for me as of this video, as of today, or well, as of this week. I honestly think I had a solid top 5. I think they all smell great, they all make me feel special, and they're all actually compliment getters. And before I even start showing you my list, you know what time it is. It's my sweet dance move time that, hey, you guys like. Yes, I know, it's another great sweet dance move. Thank you. My number 5 on my list, it's actually a basic bitch type of a fragrance. It's a fragrance that a lot of people love, a lot of people get compliments of, one of the most versatile fragrances like ever, one of the most famous fragrances ever, but I do love it, guys, and I can't deny it. That's why it is on my number 5 on the best smelling fragrances to my nose personally. And yes, I'm talking about Bleu de Chanel. You can call me whatever you want to call me, but I do love this juice. It's one of the best smelling fragrances to my nose personally. I love that fresh, classy, handsome feeling that it gives me. Yes, I do. This is the Eau de Toilette, by the way. This is the fresher version of the bunch. But honestly, you can't go wrong with any of them. They're all great. They're all fresh. They're all woodsy. They're all somewhat incensey. It smells very, extremely sophisticated. And I honestly think we can be a great couple, but she's not so into it. Yeah. My number 4 is honestly to die for fragrance. It is so good, especially for the great version that I have. It is the first formulation that I'm treating it like a god, because honestly I don't want to ever run out of the 60 ml bottle that I have of La Nuit de l'Homme. Where is La Nuit de l'Homme? Yeah, it's right there. I don't know what to say, but this fragrance is awesome. It gets crazy, madly awesome compliments from everybody, especially from the ladies. Hey, this is a chick magnet right there. I just love this juice. It smells awesome. I don't know what to say. I honestly do feel there's bajillion tons of fragrances out there. There's the niche, there's the designer, there's the expensive, there's the cheap ones. But whatever you do, whatever you come across to smell wise, nothing is comparable when it comes to the feeling that La Nuit de l'Homme actually gives me. I'm not exaggerating, but that's the truth. I do hate the fact that it used to be very popular. It's not as popular as it used to be. I don't smell it as often as I used to smell it back in the day. Probably because there's way too many other popular fragrances nowadays, and this one actually lost it when it comes to the performance. That's why I don't smell it as often, but I still love it. I don't care. It smells good for a reason. And La Nuit de l'Homme is my number 4. My number 3 is another fragrance I love. It's awesome, and it's Pardon. It's oud and chocolate with a patchouli and musky base. It is very strong, especially if you have an older formulation like the one that I have here. It's a fragrance that would get you compliments, but it would get you more compliments from older people, if it makes any sense. I know it smells great no matter what, but probably this is something teenagers wouldn't really appreciate because it's more of a complex type of a fragrance. It gives that classy, wealthy, somewhat older vibe that not a lot of people would appreciate if you're on the younger side. I'm not saying it smells old, but you have to be really well put together to be able to rock this juice because it's not easy and it's not as simple as you could think a fragrance could be. Number 2 on my list, it's a GUERLAIN. Yes, I know. Seriously guys, honestly, I think this is one of the best smelling fragrances that a gentleman could think of. This is very handsome, very well put together type of a scent. It's not cheap, but for a reason. The quality here is superb. One of the best almond based fragrances like ever. And to be honest here, almonds and fragrances is not really one of my favorite notes. It could smell very bad in some fragrances, but in here it just smells superb. It honestly made me love the almond accord here, even though it's not one of my favorite accords. Seriously. And yes, I'm talking about TONKA IMPERIALE. Dude, I really need a backup bottle of this because honestly, how I feel right now, if I need to commit in one bottle like in my whole life, probably I would love to smell like TONKA IMPERIALE the rest of my life. This is how good this fragrance smells like to me. This is so classy and it gives that classy vibe, and that's how classy I would love to be. Sweet but not overly sweet with the almonds and the vanilla and the tonka beans. It smells superb. It smells beyond amazing. Seriously, it's not a big shadow when it comes to the projection, but it lasts for a while, especially for the version that I have here. But it still would get you compliments. It still leaves you a not bad bubble around you, and I'm happy with that. I'm just happy to make it a very sophisticated personal scent, if you know what I mean. Awesome fragrance that I love. TONKA IMPERIALE on my number 2 best smelling fragrance like ever. My number 1, it's honestly a fragrance that I've been trying to get literally a backup bottle of for the longest time, but I'm always trying to find a better deal. It's always on around the $200 mark when I can't find it, and I don't feel like spending that much money. I don't know, for some reason, especially that I still have like half of a bottle and I have a lot of fragrances in my collection, and I know probably I would never run out of this juice. I just need a backup bottle. That is something would make me feel good, just to see more juice in front of my eyes of NAOMI GOODSIR CUIR Velours. It's something that I really do want. It is seriously one of the most sophisticated smells that I ever encountered in my whole life. It's very suede-y. It's not leathery, but it smells like suede. It is sweet, vanillic, and boozy. All these notes here would give you the vibe that this fragrance, it's very bold, but it is not. That's what I really do like about it. This fragrance is very smooth, very sophisticated. It is soft, but it's not weak. It's somewhat velvety, somewhat smooth, somewhat powdery, somewhat smells awesome. It is so creamy, extremely elegant. It's one of the fragrances that I wear for myself. I'm not saying that it never got me compliments. It did get me compliments in the past, but to be honest here, I don't really wear this fragrance as often. This is more of a special occasion, me personally, type of a fragrance that I do really enjoy for myself. I'm just gonna say that again, if I have to commit to one fragrance for me personally, I would commit to CUIR Velours. Baby, would you marry me? So this is it, guys. Thank you guys again for watching and subscribing and doing all the good stuff. This is another week with Note Sponge. Please let me know what you think of my list. Please let me know, have you tried any of these fragrances right here? What do you think of CUIR Velours? What do you think of TONKA IMPERIALE? What do you think of Pardon? I know a lot of you guys know already about Bleu de Chanel and La Nuit de l'Homme. To be honest here, I don't know who has been tagged and who has not. I'm really curious what the guru would say about this video and what would he pick. Robes08 mark one of my favorite all-time great best channels on YouTube. Honestly, he's the one who really made me get into this hobby. I'm not lying, I'm not denying this. First time when I wanted to look for a different cologne for me personally, I YouTubed it just for fun, and here we come. 6 years later, and I am doing this as strong as I could be, and all that because of Rob Zoe. Thank you so very much, sir. I would love you to do a video and see your pics. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make this video 500 likes because you love me. Don't forget to comment down below and let me know what you think of it. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, because hey, I'm cool and I know it. And this is another week with Note Sponge, and I know Sponge making smelling good always easy. Peace.